Hey there, this is Nathan with Nonstop, Awesomeness.me. Hope you are doing well. And today I am in Seattle in the University District at a restaurant called Chaco Canyon, which I came here before, had a great meal, and was able to come back and talk with the owner, Chris, who we'll find out a little bit more about. So without further ado, I'll give you a quick shot of the counter, and you can kind of see the menu, the basic structure, and then we'll talk to Chris. So that's what you'll see when you come into Chaco. A lot of good items on the menu right there. And this is Chris. This is the guy behind it all. So Chris, how are you doing?
Great.
Cool. So can you tell us a little bit about Chaco Canyon and what it is that people can find here?
Well, we have been around for about 8 years and we're certified organic. We care a lot about the environment. That's probably what we hold highest as far as our sort of ladder of things that we love and care about here and are passionate about. So we serve 100% vegan food. We do have milk for the coffee drinks, but otherwise we're totally vegan here, so we call ourselves vegetarian. As far as what you can find here, we try to serve really tasty food and try to make it affordable. It's not table service here, so you order over the counter and we bring it out to you. But we want to make things delicious for everybody, and indeed more than 60% of the people who eat here are not vegetarians, vegans, have any specialized diet of any kind. We do cater to lots of specialized diets other than vegan and vegetarian. We have a raw menu, we have a lot of raw juices, raw smoothies, raw entrees, raw desserts, and we really cater to the gluten-free community and the celiac community, because we've separated our kitchen into two halves, one that deals with gluten and one that doesn't.
Oh wow.
So while we can't 100% guarantee that if you're allergic to one little microbe of gluten that it's not in your food, we do our best to keep everything separate. And we even after about we do a lot of hot sandwiches here, set the sandwich press, and those are really popular, and the gluten-free people were just like up in arms for years of like, God, I want a gluten-free sandwich. Can I bring in some rice bread from Trader Joe's? So we finally were able to separate the kitchen and have a separate grill for the sandwiches there. And then we tried all the commercially available gluten-free breads. Oh, you're gluten-free. You've had lots of bad gluten-free bread. But after about 4 months of menu development, we hit upon a great recipe that's got 7 different flours in it. It's gluten-free, and it's just awesome. So you can get really great gluten-free sandwiches here. Lots of gluten-free. All the raw stuff is gluten-free by consequence as well. So we're allergen friendly, we're environmentally friendly, we're sustainable. We geek out about making things every last decision we make here being as sustainable as possible. So
well, and I want to touch on that because certainly people will notice that from the menu, but even when you go around the restaurant, like there's no trash. Even in the bathroom, like you have local soaps. Water-friendly products, and I mean, you guys. It seems like you guys have really done and gone out of your way to have the entire experience, be like that. Can you talk a little bit about including those parts as well?
Well, that's one of the funnest things about working here, honestly, is that if you go, there's so many places like us around the world, but then you go into them and you see little like inconsistencies of like, why did I go to this great organic, sustainable place and I got like plastic silverware and there's paper towels in the bathroom, that are just getting wasted and such and so on, and there's always little inconsistencies with the experience. And we're not perfect, and I feel like we're only about 60% of the way there, but we work hard to change all of our systems or any new system we put in place to really think about what its impact is on the environment. Mm-hmm. So we kicked around the idea of going from a high temp dishwasher to a low temp dishwasher, because a low temp dishwasher you don't have to use the energy to power the booster, but you do need to use more chemicals. So we actually had scientists on staff look at what kind of chemicals would be going into the environment, where they go, how they're treated at the waste processing plant versus where we get our energy for the additional booster for the dishwasher. And after kicking it around for a while, we decided it was best to stay with a high temp dishwasher and put less pollutants into the environment, because most of our energy here is derived from water power, which is of course a renewable resource. So other examples, we've never given away any kind of utensil, any kind of disposable utensil from day one. We've never used plastic or even like the corny wooden ones. Because if there's one thing that peeves me about society, it's like going to a picnic and people have plastic cups and plastic spoons and everything like that, and they just get used once and they get thrown away when you can use them 100 more times. You know? It's like the gods must be crazy when that Coke bottle drops into the Kalahari tribe. It's like the most like precious thing in the whole society there. So we just tell people to take silverware or chopsticks, and 9 out of 10 people, when we say we don't have silverware to go, they're just like, oh, I got something in my car, you know, or I got something back at the office. So I just love that we don't waste anything there, you know, and we lose a lot of silverware because it doesn't get brought back, but we just feel so much better about little things like that along the way. So
now I feel like we've probably touched on a few things, but is there something you could talk about that you are really excited about or really passionate about?
In that regard, or just overall?
Overall.
You know, well, we have it built into our two things that I'm proud of that are built into our mission statement. One is that our goal is to be 100% sustainable, which is impossible. You know, even if you're doing the carbon offset thing and things like that, but to have that as a goal to keep trying to attain, to get as sustainable as we possibly can, is inspiring. And like I said, we spent copious amounts of time trying to figure out the best way to do things that, you know, we can sustain our business, but also educate everyone here about the decisions that they make and what the impact is, and still be as sustainable as possible. The other thing is that as we grow bigger, because we just grew on a second location, everybody has the sort of fear, the Whole Foods paranoia, which is like as you get bigger, you know, you tend to stray away from what's most important to you as a business, because, and I know this because I'm a business major and I geek out about business things, is that as you grow bigger, it's easier and cheaper to make decisions that are worse for your people, worse for the environment, worse for your consumers and customers. But it's built into our mission statement that as we grow bigger, we're intentionally adhere more to our ideals rather than stray further away from them. So the fear of growing bigger, there isn't that fear amongst the staff or myself that as we grow bigger, we're just going to do the easy thing that gives us more profit. We can really concentrate on like using, as we bring in more money, to be able to use that money to get better, you know, at being sustainable, at making sure our workers are taken care of, making sure our customers get the best quality stuff. So.
Excellent. Now, I know you've been thinking about this a little bit, but what is one thing that most people do not know about you? You can get as silly or as serious as you'd like.
Man, I don't have a good answer for that.
Nothing from your college days, or well, something just came to mind.
Probably good prompt. Probably the most shocking thing to people who know me in this iteration of my life is that in college I was a frat boy business major at Berkeley, and here I am now running a hippie vegan restaurant in Seattle. So I don't think I've changed all that much. It's just maybe on the surface rather than on the inside.
The people you're hanging out with are probably, it's of a different crowd now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. And Chris, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for telling us about Chaco Canyon. And so, yeah, if you guys come down here, maybe you'll run into Chris. And there is the restaurant again. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed that. Enjoyed the conversation. I certainly did. And until next time.